Chaverim Shalom. For today, I'd like to share with you a text my colleague Rabbi Stephen Moskowitz wrote. It echoes in a wonderful Jewish way the words of President Ramaphosa from last night, where President Ramaphosa once again asked all of us to stay at home. It might not be you who will benefit from this the most, but it might be your neighbor. So here is what Rabbi Moskowitz wrote. The pocket of strength. The Hasidic Rabbi Simcha Bunim of Pshischa teaches, people must have two pockets, with a note in each pocket, so that they can reach into one or the other, depending on the need. When feeling low and depressed, discouraged or melancholy, one should reach into the right pocket and there find the words, "For my sake the world was created." But when feeling high and mighty, one should reach into the left pocket and there find the words, "I am but dust and ashes." These days, I found myself reaching into the right pocket alone. I have little need for the left. These days, as my warriors in Greece, I must rely on the words contained in the right pocket. I lean on the mantra, "For my sake, the world was created." Rabbi Simcha Bunim was one of the key leaders of the 18th century Polish Hasidism. Also, he never assumed a formal rabbinic role and actually worked as a pharmacist. He was an extremely influential teacher and produced a number of significant disciples, including Menachem Mendel of Kotsk. Unlike other Hasidic thinkers, he did not emphasize Jewish mysticism and believed that devotion to God was gained through both passion and analytic study. Most significantly, he taught that people cannot understand God if they do not first understand themselves. And so, he offers us needed insight into our own character and the challenges that now face us. He points us toward our own failings as well as our all too often hidden strengths. He looked at the opening verse of last week's Torah reading, Vayikra, and the Lord called Moses, Leviticus 1. And like many commentators, he noticed that the final letter of the first word, the Aleph of Vayikra, is written smaller than the other letters. Even in the Torah scroll, this Aleph is written in a smaller fashion. Simcha Bunim offers the following explanation. Even though Moses attained the greatest heights ever reached by a person, he was unmoved by the fact and remained as humble as ever. When people stand on the top of a mountain, they do not boast about how tall they are, because it is the mountain that makes them high. By the same token, Moses felt that whatever he had accomplished was due to God, and he had no reason to feel proud of his achievements. These days, there's nothing as humbling as being confined to one's home by one of the tiniest things we can imagine, by a virus. And perhaps there's nothing as humbling as the realization that my health is dependent on the health of those standing all around me. How small the Aleph that the word ani, I, appears today. We depend on others. We require others to choose to do things, or more likely, not to do things that might very well not be to their benefit, but instead to the benefit of others they do not know or even cannot see. I stand on the shoulders of others who I pray remember they carry my hopes and dreams, my health and welfare in their very, very hands. Their decisions may very well determine my fate. I'm humbled to realize that the world's fate may very well rest on my decisions too. So I continue to reach into my right pocket again and again, and there find some assurance of strength and reassurance. May you all be blessed.